Alright, we're live. Hello, replay viewers. I am Josh Ladd of Feral Cuisine. Is anybody out there yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, today we are going to be making just a really basic...
Bella Nielsen has joined.
Hello, Bella. Hello, welcome.
Taga.
Hi, folks. Thanks for coming. I'm just going to show you how to make a real basic bechamel sauce, which is just a basic white sauce with butter and flour and milk, and that's pretty much it. I'm doing this because I have a cooking blog called Feral Cuisine, and I'm putting out a recipe tomorrow.
Longhorn 88 has joined.
Who's that?
Longhorn 88 has joined.
Oh, Longhorn. Hey, from Texas, I'm hoping. I'm a Texan, so welcome. But yeah, I'll just start showing you how to put together this real basic bechamel sauce. I'm doing a video for this because it's one of those things that is really simple, but if you don't know what you're doing, it can be really intimidating. So all you really do is get equal parts butter and flour. I got about a tablespoon here that I'm going to toss in there.
Hi, Nights286. Thanks for joining.
Thank you for joining us. And everyone say hi to my lovely wife, Julie. Hi. Thank you for joining us. We're just making a bechamel sauce, just a basic white sauce. I am just melting a tablespoon of butter here in a pan. I'm actually going to turn that way down because this is already getting colored.
And will you repeat what you're making again?
Yeah, I'm making a bechamel sauce. It's just a basic white sauce. It's one of the French mother sauces. It's pretty much just butter and flour and milk, and that's really all there is to it. So far, I've just melted the butter. I probably had the pan a little bit too hot, so I'm taking it off the heat for now. What I'm going to do now is, so I have a tablespoon of butter that I melted. I have a tablespoon of flour that I'm going to put in there and mix with it to make kind of a roux. And then I have a cup of milk here. And I'm going to heat up the milk, because if I just put the milk in there cold, then it'll curdle and be weird and gross, and you'll have like milk sauce with like floury dumplings floating around it, which would be really gross.
In the Weeds, thanks for joining.
Hey, Ben! Everybody in the Weeds there runs a podcast called In the Weeds that is about chefs' experiences. And he actually did a live show not too long ago where he did a shout out to me. So thank you very much, Ben.
We also have Coveted Home joining us.
Oh, hey, Jacqueline! All these folks that I know are joining. Thank you everybody for coming along. I'm just making an easy bechamel sauce, and I've got a cup of milk in the microwave that I'm just heating up a little bit. I've got my tablespoon of butter here that I've melted, and it's already colored. So maybe I can't actually call it a bechamel sauce anymore. Ben, don't call me out on that. So now I've just got the butter melted. I'm going to add the tablespoon of flour, and I'm going to whisk it all together. You want to get it pretty smooth, because once you dump the milk in there, then it's going to be easier to form lumps if you don't have everything already mixed pretty well.
Ben gives you a thumbs up.
Awesome. And yeah, it's already a little bit colored. I probably cooked the butter a little bit too long, but it's still going to taste good. You know, that's one of the things here at Feral Cuisine. If I do something that screws up like what's supposed to be kind of the epitome of the food, then it doesn't matter. It's still going to taste good. That's what home cooking is all about. You shouldn't be worried about screwing it up, because it's going to be fine. So now I've got my cup of hot milk that I just took out of the microwave.
We have a question. What is this used for? Pasta?
You can use it for pasta. You can use it as kind of the base for like an Alfredo-esque sauce. It's pretty much the base of a whole lot of different sauces. You can use it in a lasagna. That's what I used it for the last time that I made it. You can use it in, I forget the name of there's a Greek dish that's like layers of eggplant and ground meat and pasta and then bechamel sauce on the top. It's like a classic Greek dish. But you can use it in a lot of different stuff. Pretty much anytime you need like a basic white sauce, whether you want to build on top of that, or like you could add cheese to it and make it a Mornay sauce. So
mac and cheese.
Yeah, you could use it as the base for mac and cheese. So it's kind of the base for a whole lot of different stuff. You can go a lot of different directions with it.
Also, Ben mentioned that caramelization equals flavor.
Yes. So the brown that I've got in here is actually a good thing. Yeah.
Happy accidents.
Okay, so I've got my roux here, and I'm gonna start adding my milk. I don't want to add it all at once, because then, like I said, I'll get the chunks of flour floating around in a liquid. And as you can see, it kind of seizes up at first. It looks like you're screwing it up. But don't panic. Just keep adding a little bit of milk at a time. And it'll start looking less like a dough and more like a sauce. I do think a whisk is a lot better for this than a spoon, just because it makes sure and gets the bottom really well and cuts through any chunks that might be forming. So just keep on adding the milk a little bit at a time. It can be a little bit messy, but it's still a pretty quick process. And each time you add a little bit more of the milk, just be sure to fully incorporate it before you add the next part. And yeah, my ratios here were pretty much a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of flour to a cup of milk, and you can scale that up as much as you want. And you can even make it a little thinner or a little thicker by using less milk in the ratio. So we've almost got this finished. You'll notice it's a little bit browned, a little bit colored, because I let the butter cook a little bit more at the beginning. Thank you for the hearts, whoever is throwing those up there. I appreciate that. Pop that in there. And then as soon as this kind of comes to a little bit of a simmer, then we're going to have our sauce just ready. I'm going to go ahead and throw in just a pinch of salt and a little bit of fresh nutmeg. You can use ground spices, but I'm a big proponent of just using fresh whole spices, like this chunk of nutmeg here, because you can usually find them nowadays in all the grocery stores. It's not really hard to find them anymore, and they keep a whole lot better than the ground ones, and that means they taste a whole lot better. Yeah, I think it's just better all around. Like, I got all this nutmeg here for like $3, maybe.
Microplane all the way, indeed.
Yeah, I love that thing. So yeah, I'll turn up the heat on this just a little bit, and this is almost ready to go. I made it pretty thin with the 1 cup of milk, so that it would be very, very pourable. Instead of being a thicker sauce that you would use for pasta, this would probably be one that you put into something to bake. But if I did want it to be thicker, then I could just bring it to a simmer and let it simmer until it's as thick as I want.
Could you add more flour?
I could add more flour, but the danger would be lumps. I'd have to really whisk it as I added more flour if I wanted to use that method to make it thicker. One thing that you could do if you wanted to make it thicker is you could just mash together some butter and some flour into kind of a paste and just add that a little bit at a time. There's a specific French term for that, but I don't remember it. But that right there is a bechamel sauce that we can use. I could simmer it a little bit longer and get it thicker, but for the purposes of the recipe that I'm going to be throwing out on the blog tomorrow, that's good. That shows the technique.
Beer money.
Yeah, that's it. That's Ben, I'm assuming, right?
It is Ben.
Thank you in the weeds.
He also suggests cornstarch in a pinch.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to a simple bechamel sauce. Thank you everyone for joining us. I am Gonna turn this off here. I think we're gonna be back in just a few minutes because I'm gonna be throwing together some gnocchi from a recipe that I found on Serious Eats, and we're gonna have gnocchi with some what is it that I made earlier?
It's not the chili.
No, not the chili.
It's the
goulash.
Goulash.
Yeah, I made goulash, and I'm gonna make some ricotta gnocchi to have with it. So I'll go through the process of making this gnocchi. It's actually really easy and really fast, which I've never known any homemade pasta to be easy and fast. So we'll be back in a few minutes with ricotta gnocchi from Serious Eats. Thank you guys. Love y'all.
Is right on.